Coronavirus diary for Monday, May the 4th of 2020. It's dusk at Shelter Cove. The marshes are in front of me. The sun is retreating behind the clouds. The tide has been high recently, but it's dropping. This week's theme is the Good Shepherd, and tonight's reading is more of yesterday's theme. John 10. I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hireling and not a shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he's a hireling and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the Good Shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. As the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep that are not of this fold, and I must bring them also, and they will heed my voice. So there shall be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life, that I may take it again. No one takes it from me, but I lay down my life of my own accord. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. This charge I've received from my Father. I don't think it's a great act of humility to say that we really are like sheep. We're not that smart. We pretend to be smarter than we are. Sometimes we put on airs because we have educations or whatnot, or we have expertise in one particular thing, and we can puff up with pride to try to take ownership of something that's probably not ours. So let's go ahead and admit it. We're sheep. And if that were just the case and we didn't have a shepherd, we would just get killed by all the wild animals. Because sheep without a shepherd, sheep in the wild, are fairly helpless. They can stay in a herd and they can run and they can climb mountains or go into thick woods, but they have a hard time avoiding the predators. And we're like that. We fall into trouble all the time. Jesus says, I am the Good Shepherd. And he places us first, which is really amazing to think of a shepherd, a man, giving his life for the sheep. But he would only do that for a couple reasons. One, he truly loves the sheep. Two, in order to hang on to something, you have to fiercely defend it. I wish that weren't true. I wish I could leave this iPad out here overnight and nobody would take it. Leave the iPhone too. Leave the car with the keys in it. But people would take stuff. So the sheep need protection. And God loves us. It's personal. It's very personal that he loves us as much as he does. I was thinking the other day about various times where God has spoken to me. And when I say spoken, I'm not someone who hears these loud voices. But I remember I was maybe going in the 8th grade. And I remember had read about different religions of some sort. And it caused me to doubt. And I remember I was at some type of religious retreat, and there was a little chapel, and it had a wooden cross that has nails in it. But those nails just on their own were graphic enough for me that night. I realized how much Jesus really loved me, and I shed quite a few tears as I understood that. It was a revelation just that God's love for me is infinite. And that's what the parable, that's what the analogy of the Good Shepherd is. He gives his life for his sheep. He knows them and they know him. We hear his voice. So I pray for everyone listening that you will hear the voice of God. And if you come to a quiet spot, it's easier. God bless you all.